how has the pandemic treated data science, John? What's happened in your area?
Honestly, it's like it never happened,
Really?
which is a good thing for job seekers, um, but not such a good thing for employers, and I'll tell you why. So, data science, the need for people in data science, analytics, and business intelligence hasn't changed. It's increased, as a matter of fact, because you know, we know that there has been a little bit of reticence from candidates to move in a pandemic. They wanted to see how things are going to pan out. There was so much unsurety out there in every aspect of our lives that, people were certainly not in a position to make a big decision such as moving jobs, which is understandable. But because of that, it created a pressure on businesses to increase the resources they put into to hiring. So the need and the requirement for people in data and data professionals actually increased over the pandemic. We saw more and more jobs come our way, and fewer candidates. So it was definitely very challenging, but that's good. As a, from if you're a candidate, if you're a data professional, because that need hasn't slowed down. So in many ways, there was almost an artificial need for people, but that hasn't slowed down at all. But more importantly, businesses still needed to grow. They needed to. They had so many. They had so much information, so much data that they needed to leverage. And years ago, data science was always something that you would find in Intel, or you would find in Facebook, or Google, or a similarly large behemoth. But now you've got companies like I had a call with a client there only 2 weeks ago. It's a company of 5 people. They need a data science. They have a huge. It's a retail company with a huge amount of information and
Mm,
consumer data they needed to leverage in order to grow their business, in order to build profits essentially.
yeah.
So it's no longer an area for large multinationals and global entities. It's now an area where local businesses can really start looking at these types of hires and making them. So that's really recognized over the last 18 months. And with, of course, the fact of the pandemic, it's really pushed the market to new highs. So right now, I would argue that, you know, speaking to my colleagues across technology, and just looking at the market and the analysis and trends that we've made in Brightwater as well, data science is probably the most buoyant area of recruitment at the moment in technology.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it has been for, I mean, even pre-pandemic, the last 3 years, it's probably been the fastest growing vertical within technology. I think companies, big and small, as you said, are making more data-driven decisions. They've seen how data can affect the bottom line. And data will take an organization on a very different path, maybe one they didn't consider. I
Yeah.
think that's why.